Good morning. It's -15 outside. It's chilly. This is my balaclava I use when it's cold out. Imagine me untarping in the dark wearing that and somebody comes around the corner. It is a crisp, cool morning. We're on Anarchist summit right here. The sun is far enough to the south now. Not quite directly south, but far enough to the south that I think we can shoot a video here. Delivered in Penticton first thing in the morning. We're empty. Headed over to KMT in Castlegar. Pick up a load there going to the Kelowna airport. Okay, it's a bit of a blind hill here, so it was hammered down. Hope nobody comes over. Stay on the shoulder for a bit. Now that's a scary shoulder to do that on because you don't know if there's actually a pavement underneath what I was driving on. Except that I know that turnoff, or I know that pull out on Anarchist Summit, and I know there's a pretty wide shoulder. And there's a Sutco chip truck climbing hard up the hill. Yeah, so the boss is trying to squeeze in one more load to go up to Oyama, pick up a load there, and deliver to Castlegar. I told him, it's like, if I do that, well, actually he asked if he gets me to do that,
how's easy money doing today?
Doing good. Delivered in Penticton and now headed to Castlegar to get another load to the Kelowna airport.
Yeah, we're slipping down the far side from that, you're getting down there, just kind of watch it, otherwise it's all good.
10-4. Time of year, huh?
Nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, I'm enjoying a beautiful blue sky day.
Hey, Juan, have a safe one. See you later.
See you, Jim. Safe travels. I could turn my radio on. I'm like, that's Jim. Gotta say hi to Jim. He lives in Penticton. He's one of my neighbors. We've actually worked together for the same company for a while. Slippery on the way down, he said, somewhere on the other side. I'm not quite sure what he meant by that, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for black ice. But anyhow, boss man was asking if he got me to run Oyama, if I could still make it to KMT. KMT is Klesnikoff Mass Timber. KMT and Castlegar, the new site, by 2:30, and I'm like, negative. I could not. It would not be, not something that I could do. So unfortunately, we have to leave that one customer hanging. Hopefully we can pick up a load there tomorrow. It didn't snow last night, but this is the snow from the night before. And it looks like they haven't had quite as much wind here because there's no drifting snow. Minus 14.5 degrees Celsius. It's 10:30 a.m. Eastbound down Anarchist, coming into Rock Creek and into Midway. Jess is cruising southbound to visit her brother right now. Highway 97 southbound Last I checked, she was down by Brewster, making decent time. Just gonna head down to Wenatchee. I told her to stay in the valley. It's a little bit longer of a route, but stay in the valley, stay out of the snow. Wenatchee down to the gorge. From there, depending on the weather, continue south from the gorge or go to Ellensburg, Yakima, and then over to the Dalles that way. It's her first long trip she's done solo ever. So I know she can do it. Kind of proud of her just to go and do it on her own. This used to be a DCT lumber mill back in the day. On the left-hand side there. Chambers. So yeah, she's making her way to Wenatchee right now. Of course, today's load's going to be a tarp load. I'm going to be using that balaclava to be out there tarping because minus 14 is too cold not to be wearing a balaclava. And then last night it was windy too. I untarped that load last night. I actually called Jess and I'm like, any chance you could come over, pick me up and dress warm just to help me fold these tarps because the wind kept picking up the tarps. So she goes, on my way. So I unbungeed everything, waited for her to show up, and then she helped me fold the tarps, all 4 of them. And then she warmed up in the pickup while I rolled everything up. Went home and got to sleep in our own bed. And then in the morning at 6 a.m., she gave me a ride back to the truck and she headed south. So as of right now, the boss has nothing for me after this load. He goes, I'm trying to figure something out. He goes, are you all right if it's a longer weekend? I'm like, yep, I am all right with that. He goes, I might find a load for you for Friday, but if not, it might be a longer weekend. I've already got Monday off because I have to go for my medical exam for my driver's license. So every now and then I think it's every 5 years or so, they send you a mandatory medical you have to take to keep your class 1 or class A or your commercial driver's license, whatever it's called in your area. CDL. Pass a physical. Make sure we're healthy enough to drive. Honestly, I think everybody should have to pass a physical to be on the road. If you drive a car, you need to pass a basic physical to make sure you're safe to drive that car. I don't get that physical this Monday, I lose my driver's license. Let's not do that. And the physical cost $95 cash. No credit, no debit, no cash. It's gotta be cash. Our Rock Creek brake check here. I'll be right back. Let's go. Down into Rock Creek. The Model A, John Deere Model A sitting up there. The newer version of the Model A, not the original. I mean, it's still an original Model A, but not the first model of a Model A. So there's quite a few models of Model A. There was the AO and the AOS, Model A Orchard Special. Those are the short, down, low, stubbier tractors. I play too much farming sim? Nah, I don't play enough farming sim. I want to try to start playing a little more SnowRunner too on weekends. If you guys are into gaming at all, make sure you check out the 3J's channel. Link down below. We're live on there every weekend. Sometimes during the week if Jess is at home. So once I'm loaded, I have to come back here to Rock Creek and then head north on Highway 33. So the exit coming up over here. apparently a great place to stop for food in here. There's a couple of good food places. The motel, coffee joint, the Syntex bakery here. Used to be the Petropass, or not Petropass, Petro-Canada. Sometimes the small towns still make food the old-fashioned way and make it fresh, and it's just so much better. Following the Kettle River now. Never understand people that pull over on the shoulder like that. Just pull into the driveway, park in the yard. Much safer. It's like the river is mostly frozen. Not enough frozen to go walk on it, but it is frozen. All right, what speed's this dump truck going? Quite slow. Quite slow. I think it's slow enough for me to safely pass, depending if there's oncoming traffic here or not. Let's take a peek. Nope. Have to wait for the next opportunity. Oh, you're turning off. Just give them lots of room then and let them turn off. Appreciate people that signal early. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Trucker, for signaling early. What of a Soyuz? Hammer down. I usually top off on fuel here in Merritt. I'm not going to do that today. We're at 3/4 of a tank, just under 3/4 of a tank. I'll probably top off here on the way back. Seeing we're going to Kelowna and there's no longer a Esso card lock in Kelowna anymore, we'll fill up here at Midway on the way back. That way I get the most fuel possible no matter what direction they send me after Kelowna. Heavy equipment being worked on over there. I'm sure all the mechanics are begging to work inside today. As we got down lower here, it is minus 12 degrees Celsius. Cross over the Kettle River. Looks like we're catching up with a logging truck. Bouncy, bouncy. You change half a lane because you hit a bump in the road wrong, or like a hump. Just hit it wrong and it's like, whoa, changing lanes. I feel that happens more when I'm empty than when I'm loaded. When I'm loaded, there's more momentum that wants to keep me going straight. It seems when I'm empty, I weave a little more. I'm also driving faster too up the same hills, right? If I was fully loaded, I'd be slow up this hill. It'd be the speed that the logging truck's going. I haven't weighed myself empty for a long time. If the logging truck pulls into the scale, I will just bypass. If the logging truck does not pull into the scale, I'll quickly loop into the scale here. Let's weigh ourselves. Three-quarter tank of fuel, gotta remember that.
Turn right at the stop sign.
$5,230. $6,700. Always hard to see. I think I went a little too far. No, maybe that was good. 6,000. 70. $3,810, and that's all in kilogram. While we're stopped here, let's quickly clean the lens on the outside cameras. I know the roads are somewhat messy. Take her easy on the tires or on the throttle. It's a little slippery. Alright.
Yeah, you on this one? You got the keys for that thing with you?
Continue on Highway 3. Okay. Welcome to Midway. Beautiful mountains in the background. Nothing as tall as yesterday's mountains, but still beautiful. Less snow over here. Only minus 8.5. Don't worry, I'll slow down. For now, full speed ahead. I'm gonna do some carving of corners after Midway. I'm hungry. Pulled out a bag of chips, but they're sweet potato chips. But those are so crunchy and they're gonna be impossible for me to eat while shooting the video. So I'll just have to wait till I hang up the phone, hang up the video. Does that even make sense? There's actually 3 card locks here. There's an SOP card lock, BDF something, BDF, whatever that's called. And then, oh, that's actually 2 BDF. BBFD, there we go. So there's another BBFD. There's 2 BBFDs. Really? 2 BBFDs? That's interesting. Never occurred to me that those 2 are the same. $100. Kilometers an hour is about 62 miles an hour. 62, 63. So I'm hoping to get loaded and tarped within 2 hours. If that be the case, I could get to Kelowna by 7:30. Didn't have time to edit Tuesday's video. Today's Thursday's. Tuesday's video. So it'd be nice if I have a little time to catch up in editing. Now I guess Jess can't make maps for me on the road visiting her brother, so I'm gonna have to make my own maps. If all of a sudden there's a video or two missing a map, it means I just didn't have time. Now they definitely got a lot less snow this way. Minus 8.5. Coming up on Greenwood. After Greenwood, we'll call it a day. Greenwood is Canada's smallest city. Starting to get a little more snow here again. A little less snow though, the roads are drier too, which means the camera stays cleaner. The nice thing about all the snow is the truck looks a little bit cleaner. It's not, but it looks a little cleaner. I don't know if any of you guys live near Princeton. Does that outside WAM get shut down in the winter? Because if that's running in the winter, I might just stop by there sometime and rinse the truck off. At least get some of the road grime off. And if so, what does it take? Loonies, toonies? I'm guessing. almost up to Greenwood. Also, a huge thank you to the new members. I saw some new dark blue names in the credits I had to add. So that's awesome seeing dark blue names. It's also awesome seeing the pink names. I'll just let this hill slow me down. The Grub Hut. We've only stopped at the Grub Hut once, and it was terrible. I had fish and chips. It was terrible. I'm tempted to pull in and try their poutine. If you're not from Canada, you probably asked, Pout what? Poutine. Do you like French fries? Do you like brown gravy? Do you like cheese curds? Do you like them together? Call that poutine. And then you can add stuff to it if you want. You can add bacon on top, or sausage on top, or beef, or pulled pork. There's a food truck in Penticton that I always get their pulled pork poutine. So good. And so much I make 2 meals out of it. So if I ever stop here for poutine, they've got a lot to live up to. Speed limit 50 through this town is always too fast. I never do over 40. And 40 even always sometimes feels too fast. If there's too many people, you gotta slow it right down to 30. Old school town. That sign still says Sears on it. That's awesome. Would love to visit their museum sometime. There's an auction house over here too. Southern Interior Auctions and Storage. Fort Greenwood RV Park. Is it just an RV park, or is there some historic stuff in the Fort Greenwood? old log cabins still in existence. I always wonder if Greenwood School is still open, but there's often cars parked there, and there's lots of footprints in the playground. I just never get to see the kids. I guess I just time it out in a way that you don't get to see the kids. Here's the Greenwood tunnels. There used to be 3 of them, and now there's only 2. One tunnel goes over the river. Another tunnel is where this road used to be. And the 3rd tunnel is where this road is now. So the river's got a cool tunnel. The one tunnel on the right-hand side, there used to actually be 2 tunnels side by side. One for eastbound traffic, one for westbound traffic. And those tunnels went over, or were under the railroad. So when the mining stopped and the railroad discontinued, they demolished one of the tunnels and just dug a trench and made this highway a bit bigger. All right, I gotta climb E-Holt. I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. We'll see what kind of run we get if I just go home tomorrow. I mean, if I'm gonna sneeze. Right at the end of the video too, huh? Basically, do I get to deliver tomorrow and just go straight home? Or do I get to deliver tomorrow and then go preload something for Tuesday delivery? I'll sneeze again, really? Maybe I can fight this one. Okay, I'm just gonna say goodbye before I sneeze again. Woo! Okay, catch you guys tomorrow wherever the boss finds a load for me. We'll figure it out as we go. Most of the time I know 2 or 3 or 4 days out, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. And why it didn't work out this way? Because our plans fell through. The load we were supposed to do this week, I was supposed to get another ferry ride this week, and that didn't work out. They postponed that one. So we'll see what next week looks like, what tomorrow looks like, and what the bonus video looks like on Saturday. For now, I'm out of here. Thank you for all the bless yous. You guys absolutely rock.